Hello there and welcome back for the first time to Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Now, it has been quite a while since I've played a Sherlock Holmes game. The last one was The Devil's Daughter, I believe. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Had a couple of it. Actually, I remember I had an issue with one of the episodes of that series where the game audio was not there at all. And to be fair, I've never been back to fix it. I probably should at some point, really should. However, we've been playing the Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, which is by the same people who did The Devil's Daughter. And I picked this one up because Sherlock Holmes, love Sherlock Holmes, Cthulhu inspired. I'm big into me Cthulhu stuff. It creeps me out to no end. Very cool. The pair of them together, sign me up. Just sign me up. Now, other than that, I don't really know. I know it's a young Sherlock Holmes, and I don't really know much else about it other than that it's a Cthulhu-inspired case. And like I said, I'm here for it. So, nice short intro today. Please grab your favourite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable. Come hang out with me as we jump straight into Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. And so it begins. Straight in. Chapter 1. The Shadow over London. Baker Street. Watson?
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind
It is, yes. We're literally just starting. There's no intro scene or anything. This is literally just starting. All right.
My apologies, Mr.
Turn that up
Holmes.
very slightly.
I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan.
I've never seen a clean Sherlock Holmes house.
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my
So he just uses
Plainly not.
needles to pin stuff to the wall?
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that, I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
More than likely.
Since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key.
Here's a question. Do you prefer an older Sherlock Holmes or a young Sherlock Holmes?
Good sleep in a bed.
Which one would you prefer?
Here on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Indeed. Welcome to the game. Use left stick to move around, press A to interact with objects. Alright. We have a free reign. Right. Oh. Okay, move, rotate, hold to inspect. London Advertiser, September 20th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. Chief among the why is that on notepaper? Sorry. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. The long-time member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. Promenade? I thought I was always I thought promenade was something completely different. A spokesman for the police assures the Advertiser that they are confident that the bodyguard will be located as he's a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's clubs or the fair nightingales who comfort them.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Probably, yes. Alright, so what...
Another letter from Werner.
Who's Werner?
A reply, but they keep coming.
Vogel? Werner Vogel? Rotating.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering
By the picture.
to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Is it though? Actually, to be fair, it probably is.
I don't see the strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Fair point.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe
Is that a hand in the background as well?
that unpleasant discovery.
Was that, no, that's pens. That has to be a pen holder.
But in lieu of
I thought that was like a hand
something equally tantalizing.
behind Watson there.
A patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Although I guess we're going outside to the bin. The strand is missing. God, let's... Wait. I thought there was another room across the way. Or is it down... Wait, was it downstairs in the last game? I think that was the... Excuse me. One was the housekeeper. And the other one was... we had that guest, didn't we? Right, sorry. It's raining today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Open the casebook and navigate to the wardrobe tab with the right button. Put on a hat. Oh, I didn't mean to push that button. We just putting on a hat. What's in your head? Oh, that Watson's hat. Fezzes are cool. They are kind of cool. I don't quite understand the point of the fez, but however, it is a cool. No, nice. We're not going for it. Let's just go Deerstalker. Do we want to say it feels weird to wear that without the thing? That's why I'm getting distracted here. May as well put a hat on. It said to put a hat on. 221B Baker Street. Alright, so skip that. We're looking in the bin. What's that?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove.
I've never been stung by or pricked by a cactus before. Mostly because I don't stick my hand on cactuses. That's probably the reason why. That's the strand there.
The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
Did you imply something? I don't remember hearing that.
Conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You?
Wait, where'd you get poison from?
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
Really? Right trigger to run.
Get the strand. Get your copy of the strand here.
Okay, can we get a new copy?
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Why are you shouting for the strand then? Why are you shouting for copies of the strand then?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
That's very valid. Actually, that's very... If he pays you by the hour, you may as well hang out for another hour. Get paid for one. What happened to my newspaper? What were today's headlines? What happened to my newspaper?
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me,
It's raining. I should really wear a
was
coat.
anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Yes,
Precisely.
maybe.
What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Smoothly done, kid.
That's
Smoothly
what
done.
they are.
What do you do with the paper?
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him...
Oh, protect them. Protect the papers. So where was he headed?
Describe the man you saw.
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
Very true. He's very good at
Which way
disguises.
did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
Plenty of shillings. Also, hold on. Sorry, I need to fix this. It's bugging me. I need to fix this. We need an outfit. Coat. Put the coat on. I can't be out here in the rain without a coat on.
Get
Right.
the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
You got a new question in your Mind Palace. Open the casebook, then navigate to the Mind Palace. Inside, select a relevant piece of evidence to deduce the answer. I will insist on hitting the wrong button. Mind Palace. Who ruined the Strand? So, whole load of books. He's saying they carried a whole load of books. New boy's testimony. So those two are connected because he saw a man carrying a stack of books, and obviously the bookseller was at my house delivering the book that's on the table upstairs. I don't know how that connects to cactus spine and assassination. Generally don't. The bookseller delivered a novel from Dr. Watts. Cactus spine for assassination, loud bang, a visit to Mr. Barnes is an order. I guess we're going to go and see Mr. Barnes.
From that Mr. Holmes murder?
Copy of the
Yes,
Strand
Barnes
here.
has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Oh wait, I've come out too soon.
Knows it's part of a game.
You can pin evidence for quick...
Get your copy of the Strand here.
Alright kid, sorry, I just need to move away from you so you're not shouting in my ear as I'm trying to speak. Pin evidence for quick access to the information from your casebook. Open the casebook with start. I've got to call it a start button. 3-line button. Pin the evidence with a bookshop photo by pressing X, try to find the bookshop. So that's that one. Book from Barnes and pin evidence. So that's what we're looking for, Barnes bookshop from that picture. Actually, which way? Do you see which way you came? Right, so we can't go that way. Road closed. Oh wait. Hello.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Alright. Didn't even... Wait, there he is. I didn't even get to ask the question. Unless I showed him the picture. Would you believe it? There is Barnes's bookshop. I can't even speak to you. Alright, let's go in.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
Oh wait. I thought that was a customer. That's not a customer. That's bloody Watson. How did you get in front of me? Vogel, I don't know who Vogel is. I haven't read that much Sherlock Holmes like literature, so I'm not entirely sure who Vogel is. Observe. Oh, we're having an inspection here. Bags under eyes, effects of overwork. What else do we have? Ink on his... Is that ink? Newspaper ink. Specifically newspaper ink. Ooh, not looking at the peen. Sparkly. Leans heavily on his right leg, sore left leg. Okay. High heels. Wants to look taller. Newspaper again. Wants to look taller. Sore leg. Okay. Mr. Barnes has launched bags under his eyes, a result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes has been threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me. Do we get a choice here? Is he a workaholic or is he a blackmail victim? So, for the workaholic, Mr. Barnes developed a limp as large bags under his eyes as a result of long hours of intense work. He's not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person will be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hand suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Why would he soil the newspaper though? Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. First question of the day then. Is he... I don't see the reason why he would be involved in a murder plot. Although, working in a bookshop, would it be... would you class that as... I'm going from a point of, like, no knowledge of working in a bookshop. Is working in a bookshop, like, 10 hours of intense work? Could you class that? Should we... I'm going to say workaholic. I don't think he's a blackmail victim. I don't know if I'm going to be correct here. Although he can't, like I said, he can be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Okay, that was incredibly weird.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Of course you did.
Would you care to answer some
Okay.
questions for me?
I may...
I wish I could, but...
he may be actually be blackmail. He may be blackmail. Given that thing there, he may actually be blackmail, because I don't think he was expecting to see me.
Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Oh. Hello. I thought I heard a dog.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Oh, Bones as well.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Okay.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A
A
spinal
spinal book sack.
No, come on, Watson. Think.
Right, so what we're looking for exactly? Ladder.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Okay. I don't know if that's a ping thing. Ooh, I like this
I
picture.
can hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Actually, that looks like a sunken city. That looks kind of cool. I would have that picture on my wall. And an Egyptian one at that. Egyptian tapestry. Would you class that as a tapestry? Egypt.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
He owns a bookstore, so I'm not entirely sure whether you could class all of these books as a hobby of his. Exotic plants catalogue. A catalogue of exotic plants on Barnes' counter. The name of the catalogue reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. Would it class as a cactus as an everlasting... Oh, an exotic plant? I suppose in the 1800s probably, yes, thinking about it. Anything behind the counter? Some money left on the counter? Not that Holmes needs it. Of a door. Dead plant.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Dead. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that an actual thing? Wait, why am I looking? Oh, box. It says the three things here.
Stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
So, wait, am I getting this right? That he actually did try to assassinate?
The finest view London has to offer.
Okay. I don't think we're heading out. I'm gonna go see her.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
That's handy. Oh, hello, Watson.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It's a king now, but back then it was still Victoria in Holmes' time. Oh, there we go, cactus.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Quite possibly, yes.
The pot is
And
damaged.
smashed.
The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Possibly someone's head. That looking at her through the window screamed to me, I should go and see her. Observe. Which has something on her face. Wearing makeup for beauty or concealment? Eyes. Avoids eye contact or distracted, distant look. A luxury fabric, unusual for work attire. Is she a spy? A mourning brooch, honouring deceased husband. What else we're looking for here? Hello, doggo, back there. Ooh, shoes. Clean boots. Change shoes upon arrival. Okay, so Miss Fleming wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Her shoes show no traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, singing in search of something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone. While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressed to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself again. Or we are still grieving. Mrs. Fleming using makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. Her dress is made of an expensive fabric that's not suitable for outside of work. Her shoes show no traces of mud, because that's the same. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her gaze, always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude that Miss Fleming is still reeling from her tragic loss. I'm going to vote for that one. I'm going to vote for still grieving. Basically, like, look presentable. And that's just, okay, that's the same.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now.
Okay, I was
Life
wrong.
goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
Provide evidence.
One of these things is not like the other.
Okay. We can talk about the... Oh, I was wondering what I thought we were going to provide evidence that she was lying about being not in mourning.
And a rose thorn
It's
can be
the plant
but
pot.
still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. Though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh, really? So it's not your cactus? Exotic plants cat.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Cryptology books involved in the scheme.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Developed limp. Do you know anything about him?
I'm
Cactus.
afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
I don't think we've got anything else to show her really, have we?
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Oh, wait.
What do you make of the flowers?
Bouquet dead flowers.
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting... The flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Okay. She knows nothing about the dead flowers, but hopes the bouquet is for her. Is it like to invite her into the building?
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower
I may as well just ask about everything.
Are you
there
familiar
we
with
go.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
May as well ask about everything. She'll either say no or she'll give us
What on earth
information.
does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other.
Think he may be a bit sweet.
Once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
I'm assuming probably you.
I should have worn something warmer.
I mean, it's pretty warm coat. Hello, Pooch.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
For a flower seller, it's pretty fitting. Right. Are we... I don't know why we've still got this evidence
One
pinned.
of the few spots in London where you were shunned for making a racket.
So he's... I'm assuming he's sweet on her. Not... I'm going to say not with the... Sorry, I'm going to need to get rid of this. Going to unpin it. Okay, sorry. I was trying to unpin there and then I've got distracted with this mind power thing. Why is Barnes acting so strangely? So I'm beginning to get a picture. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm beginning to get the picture. Maybe, I don't know why he's acting weird now, but I wonder if he's fascinated by the flower lady and maybe it's not an assassination thing with the dead flowers. Maybe he's got them up there so that she'll come in to suggest to replace the flowers so he can have a chat with her. He recently got a dog. I'm assuming so that he can go to the dog park in the morning and meet the dogs, like have the dogs meet to each other so he can have a chat to the owner. That's the thing that happens. So I'm wondering now. It's intriguing whether he's actually part of this thing or not. I just jumped straight into a investigation. Right. So Mr. Bond's involved in the scheme. Why is he acting so strangely? Mrs. Fleming on Barnes. Exotic plants catalogue. Dead flowers on display. Yes? No. Okay, that's got to be a no then. Strand is missing, can't do anything with. That's just disappeared, so that's a no. Okay, I don't quite know what I'm doing here. Documents, observations. Right. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted here. Why? I don't know if I can thingy that. We're after blue item. Okay, so we've got 2 greens connected. Dead flowers on display, Mrs. Fleming on Barnes. So if we go... Roses for sale. No. Cactus in a cracked pot. Yes. Okay. Okay, that jumps straight in. Mr. Barnes is in love with Mrs. Fleming. Barnes display. I was just pushing buttons there, to be fair. I wasn't really making any connections myself. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, so it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus which he ordered from the catalogue on his counter. Questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalogue represents these cacti as immortal. An immortal plant, that's kind of cool. A little bit sweet, even if it is a bit prickly. Plainly is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside 221 Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. Okay.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
It's
Do not despair, Mr.
entirely
Holmes.
possible.
The rest of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Very true. Alright, so hold on. I want to get rid of this. I really want to get rid of this pin thing. There we go. I was trying to find the thing to unpin it, but I just pinned something else.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
And maybe open the door. Mrs.
You
Fleming.
ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You placed flowers in the window to get her attention, and where high
I really hope this is
heels were
correct.
taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
I think I may be right there.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
Young love. Hello.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure.
To be fair, I think most blokes are. This is really my area. Ooh. I know what to do.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
I tell people, there's a lad at work who has a crush on someone, and it is. That's basically what I told him.
Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the
You
paper.
bring it up sooner rather than later.
A string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
Oh, you have the
An issue of the Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So
Fair
you're
enough.
familiar with the concept of burying the lead?
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Yeah, you pay us back. Right. The Strand. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good
Right.
news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Me too. Me too. Right, come on. Are we going back home? Going back down the
That was an
street?
utter waste of time.
Not quite.
Assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
Yes, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
That you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill applied...
I see things that are not there.
Very true.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my...
That I understand as well.
I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Really?
Indeed.
Why didn't you bring us up earlier?
As thrilling as your stories from Cordona, a patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Why not? I like a good missing persons case.
Mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Alright, and can we out him to her? Hi. Hello.
People don't tend to come out for flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should try selling door to door.
May well be. Right, so he said nearby, so we going this way. What? Okay. Are you going to give me
It's just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
it down the street? Which street though? We've got a couple of streets. Hello, horse.
Not much further now.
Oh, thank you for telling us. I was going to say, am I going the right way here? Stenwick's Manor? Where we're talking? Oh, never mind. Watson, what are you doing? You're all glowy.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Okay, so you just stopped here. Okay. Oh, we have a police. We have a police.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the
Hello.
intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here. My
Kimmy here?
servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Oh, Ruffles. Why won't you investigate all the missing people?
Been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why won't you
The
investigate?
police department decided not to help.
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you?
Yes.
The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your
Yes,
servant,
definitely.
so that
I'm not
you
interested in the whole police thing. I'm not interested in that.
Quite right. Fire away.
Right, can you describe Kimmy
Tell
here?
me about Kimmy here.
He's foreign. A Maori.
I like the
All way
Maoris.
from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Escaped why?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Okay, so why would you run away?
Is there any reason Kimmy here may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did you literally just feed him cabbage? Has he run away before?
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
I wouldn't call the Maori savages, but it's a product of its time. As in the year that this was, not that it was written, but the year that the game's set.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain.
All right, so basically you didn't pay him.
We shall first take a look around.
You had to ask permission to spend money.
I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
All right. Right, so I guess we're going into the back area to his shack. We should have a look at this as well while we're here. Anything on here? Nope. Tea and cheese? Is that cheese? Or is that a type of bread? It looks like Swiss cheese to me. Sorry, Watson. We have a headless statue. That is interesting. Footprint.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
We have another one.
Chewing tobacco.
Chewing tobacco. So what's this one? Because I can't interact with this. So what am I supposed to do with that? Because that's like obvious. I can't look up. So I'm missing something down here. I can't look anything over there. I can move to the right. I don't quite know what to do with that.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Yes, we're going to have to come back to that because I don't think I can do anything with it. It won't let us select it. Alright, concentration helps you pick up small details about the world around you. When you see a wavy green circle, press right. Okay, it's giving me a tip right now after I've finished walking away. Press right bumper to observe the object more closely. Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. Some clues won't be visible without it. So that, okay. Knee print hiding.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Okay, with enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. That's cool. Press right button to see imagination nodes, interact with nodes to begin, then recreate an accurate version of events. So we're missing 3. Okay, so we're missing stuff? So someone was spying down here. What for? Also, am I in this? Why am I in this mode still? All right. Oh, a pipe.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Oh, nose flute. I thought it was a pipe.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Quite possibly.
No air coming through it. No air coming through it.
Dust.
The ashes are long since cold.
Revered seed.
A heavy chemical odour. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan.
Opium.
That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Good to know. And also a bone.
Mutton chops. The remains of a meal.
Planks on the floor. Fabric.
Scrap of Hessian.
I think it onto a nail. And a broken
These were
box.
sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Someone had a fight. So some mischief. That's a face print. That's a bloody face print in the sand.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Someone tripped. Or someone was pushed. Was there a fight? Oh, there we go. I was wondering what that. Thought that was a thing.
A small navy spyglass.
A navy spyglass. Anything else in here that we haven't had a look at? Window.
Is this a taniwha, a Maori water spirit? Or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
You're alright, man. It's wet and rainy outside, Watson. That's probably why you're getting the chills. Key missing. We're having a bit of a spy around here. Should we have a bigger look at it? Oh, wait, that's blocked.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Okay, so maybe someone, whoever was waiting down there, I'm gonna guess, came down here, wanted access to the Maori, basically blocked that off so that filled with smoke, or even the opium in the fire. Basically put that in there, stopped the scent getting away, so he was then drugged, he stumbled out. We're going to go back in here. I'm going to try and pre-guess this. So someone put in or pushed in, maybe from the outside, because there's not going to be a vent in there, like a block in there. Pushed in this opium block or opium pod, whatever it is, into the fire, then blocked the pipe, went outside and waited by the statue. Alright, Watson, you actually scared me there. I thought you were still hanging around. So our victim, or our missing person, we're not going to say victim, our missing person stumbled out in a haze, stumbled over or crawled, because it appears to be filled with smoke, crawled, got caught out with the nail, stumbled across the pipe, well, basically tried to come out, stumbled, smashed the crates, and then landed face first into the grain, and then managed to bumble his way out into the garden. And the guy over there was waiting. Also, I've just noticed this. Parallel tracks, wheels.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
There's this thing. Locked gate.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Is there anything else? Am I missing anything here? Possibly stumbled out and then into a cart and then out the gate. Maybe, but what's that guy doing over here though? Okay, so I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't know what I hit up on the D-pad there and it's thinking that one. Scandinavian Princess personal body card.
No air coming through it.
It was that him? I must say I don't quite get this. I don't know if I'm missing something. Okay. So I'm wondering, get rid of that pinned information. These are seem to be like scenarios. I wonder what the small dots are. Are they like, because I can't do anything with previous and next. So I'm wondering if those small ones are different variations that I need to unlock. How do I unlock those? Also, it seems like there's five like orbs to find, but I can't find another two. So I'm wondering if I have anything else to check out over here. I've been right there in the back. Shall we go see him? Ask him some questions about the stuff that were found. Maybe that'll do something. Hello, sir. Provide evidence. Oh, no, never mind. Was a mistake. Right. So let's ask him about stuff that were found. So, unusual lock. That's probably a good question.
Has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Alright, fair enough. Right. Fresh parallel tracks.
Where on earth are you going with this?
I'm just asking about them. Clues in Stenham's garden. Some interesting clues.
I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I am intelligent. Cloth in the chimney.
You were meant to be intelligent. Are you joking? Why would I know this?
Spyglass.
Spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahere's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Mm-hmm.
I came across
clothes, Hessian clothes.
Clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahere's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
I'm sure a lot of people would find a Maori distracting. Chewing tobacco.
Has Kimahere ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
So not his?
Do you
Footprints?
know Kimihia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Okay, can we
Why are
talk?
you still here?
Okay, so we've answered him everything that we can ask him. Right, so let's head back. See if that's changed anything. Yes. Okay. So we now have 3 dots on each seat, so they are scenarios. Have we found anything else? Oh wait, we can... I didn't know we could cycle. Lock with unusual keyhole.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
So that's got an eye logo on it. So what? How does that help me? Also, what does this do? What does this mean? Can I do previous now? Is that someone else? Does that mean someone else waiting? Or since he didn't... Okay, since he didn't smoke, it had to be someone else. So is that correct? Let's see what these ones are. Wait. Key. We have another one. Oh, okay. We have a 4th. So there's another one. We're missing a 5th one. Yeah, I'm going to say that. That's probably more likely. That's my first thought. Someone threw that through the pipe and then blocked it. Which means this one has to be different as well. I don't quite know what that means. Is that someone pulling them out? I don't think it is, you know, because that guy's facing backwards. See, that's another backwards. I don't know about this one because none of them... Because that's a face plant, so someone's stumbling forward and all these people are facing backwards. Okay, I don't know about this. That one was a bit weird. Although we'll have another one here. Hold on. Which one's the missing one? There's a key missing. Key missing. Like a human head. That's the. I don't know whether I'm just overlinking. That looks like a face to me in there. Key missing. Well, wrong button. So what's that about the key? There's no key button to the right on the hooks in community chat, but there's an empty hook with marks underneath that might match this description. Okay, so the key's missing. He's not here. Which means he let himself out. So we're missing something. We're missing this last one. I definitely think someone chucked that in there. I don't think he did it himself. Rolled it in. Thingied him. I don't know why he would... I don't know why someone would. Unless maybe whoever was thinking was trying to drug him in order to kidnap him. Maybe pushed the guy trying to grab him. Unless he's trying to kidnap him, drug him, then come in to grab him, like once he knocked out, to drag him off, stumbled over the boxes in the smoke, grabbed the key, and straight out the door with him. Definitely seems to be a second person. But I'm also missing another thing here. Something I'm missing. Oh wait, there. How did I not see them before? Pile of logs. Fallen. Parallax often
Someone
moved
used.
the cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
The fresh parallel tracks in the garden. The logs near the shack are in shambles if someone had dropped them. There are similar tracks near Kimihia's tracks. Garden cart was usually kept under the rain cover, but it was moved, and now I have one of these as well. Not likely to be him. That's more likely. Okay, are we good here? We have them all. Should we validate? Do we have that right? Let's validate. See if this is correct.
The intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth.
Makes sense.
Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped...
That also makes sense.
In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Yes,
It makes total sense.
it does. So the question is, why? Why is this the case? Let's go see Mr. Guy. So who kidnapped his servant? Another Maori? To free him? I'm intrigued.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
Absolutely. And someone had eyes on Kimahir.
That someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found a
Kimahir's
residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You're very rude. I've spent all this time working on this case.
Earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
Someone else took
I
it.
expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
Well, I'm almost
I won't
finished.
keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep,
Definitely.
he slipped.
I'm glad I got that right. It took me forever to work out how that system worked. I should have read the instructions. I think there's some instructions on the main menu.
The intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that
It
I
is actually quite impressive.
so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted.
A little bit rude.
Interested in the how,
A little bit rude.
the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Very rude. What did he call me?
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him.
Very true. Well said.
Sir,
Well
are a
said.
brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
How about no? How about just no? How about I'll just go home and leave you to your own devices and you can search for your own servant. How about that? So we're going through the back garden. Back garden. I was going to say back guard. So who might have taken or where? More trails. There's the cart. Is that the cart? Rope? Please, game. Thank you.
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Okay, bizarre.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
So it is his cart. So where might I add? Ooh, hello. Are we talking about people
Roy
smuggling?
Salisbury. Could that be the name of our man?
Actually, literally just has a name in it. Ooh.
A strange substance. I
What
have
that?
my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Semen
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
from the
Then we're in
docks.
agreement. Well done.
From the docks. Why?
A
Poo?
large pile of horse droppings.
Thank you. That was a little bit of poo. Cigarette butts.
Any cigarette butts? Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
With him in tow. And he's going to head this way. Straight out. Which direction though? I'm going to say left. 'Cause look at that. Look at these tracks. Actually, do you know anything about this? No. Can't even speak to you. Another one going straight. No way, that's. I'll say that's not tracks.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
You do really until they show you the true colours. So this cart came out, barreling out of here, and it swung a left. I don't see any more tracks. Down here. Maybe these ones over here. Got some over there, I think. Some this way. But how do I know what these are the ones that their cart made? Let's follow these. Because there's a whole load of carts down here, but not all of them are muddy. We're in here. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, that's weird. To be fair, I don't actually know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. What have we got? Are we doing a Mind Palace thing? What are the notable features of the abductor? Wait, that's a different question entirely. Okay, it's sailor's knot, calling card, spyglass. It has to be. Okay, so sailor's knot's correct. Okay, so we're on a different question here. So, trail. Oh wait. Abductor's trail. So we need to go blue, we need the thing you want, chewing tobacco. That's incorrect. So it's spyglass. Lock with unusual keyhole. Spyglass is correct. Okay, so now we're just looking for... There we go. These are actually quite tough. Alright, the abductor is a sailor. Particularly not spyglass and the footprints of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimihia's abductor is a sailor. Which means, where does it lead? So we've got wallet with saltpeter, strand, basically the docks. Do we have to follow the trail? Or do we just not have the correct thing? Clues. No, which means we've only got Stennick's mansion, which is incorrect. Which means we haven't got what we need. Alright. We physically haven't got what we need for that. So what trail are we following here?
Get the strand. Get your copy of the strand here.
Hey kid, did you see anything? I think we're going the wrong direction. So we need to pick up the trail, because that's possibly where we're heading. Where's it going? Alright. So I've had a butcher's all the way around here and I can't find anything. So I'm assuming we have what we need. I don't think I'm going to be walking around the city like manually. So we've got to have something. Oh, we've got a new one. Oh, that wasn't there before. Ha! Sorry, not that one. The one right at the top right hand corner. Abductor is a sailor. That wasn't there before. I'm a dumbass. I've been walking around on foot looking for evidence, trying to follow the trailer's thing, and it's been in my mind palace the entire time. I spent way too long on this. Right. It has to be that one. Yes. That wasn't there because I didn't do the first one with the knot and stuff. Alright. Kimahir's trail leads to the port of London. We now know that Kimahir's kidnapper was most likely a sailor and that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimahir we must head to the port of London. There's no time to lose. It's vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.
The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
Yes.
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Yes,
Indeed.
everything there.
We shall need to take a cab there.
It's a good job that there's a cab right here. I'm so glad. Hi. Depart this location. You cannot return after leaving. Be sure to finish everything you want to do here. Yeah, I think
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
we're all done in here. It's weird seeing the bridge like that. The Blood Red Knight, Chapter 2. Port of London. We're starting it now. We're in it now.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
Possibly, yes.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I think we'll be fine, man.
You're the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
You alright?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
Very lucky.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
That's very valid.
Own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, to wit. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
Very true. However, the cursed mermaid. However, I'm going to pause that right here. I think now is a good time to leave this here for this week. It's a good first start. We'll have our case. I think it's going to lead us down a whole rabbit hole as to why this guy was kidnapped, and by a sailor no less. It's Cthulhu themed though, this whole game, so I'm kind of intrigued as to how that's going to tie in, because it doesn't seem like Cthulhu supernatural right at this point in time, although these things always start slow. So let's go big me real quick. Some of the game systems took me a little while to work out. That whole thing with the green orb thing, that took me a while to figure out how to do. I should really have looked at the instructions like before I started playing, because there's actually one on the main menu like how to play. I think it introduces has instructions for all of the game's systems, so I might have a read of that before the next episode, and then we can proceed from there. So yeah, interesting start to the game. Bit of a minor, almost like a tutorial chapter, I would imagine. I would class that as a tutorial chapter because it's teaching you the Mind Palace thing and things like that. I think this is going to be where the case fully starts to take off. I'm very intrigued though as to how everything's going to turn out. So, that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, let me know in the comment section below. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out, come check out some other stuff that we'll have going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all support. It is much appreciated. Friendly reminder, I do have memberships on the channel at the minute. So if you want early access to a week's early access to the videos, you are welcome to become a member, and a tier 2 member, I should say, and join in from there, and you'll get them a week early. If you're not interested in that, by all means, just hang out a little bit longer and all the videos become public a week later. So you're welcome to wait that way as well. I'm happy either way. Also, please remember to be a light in the dark for someone. You never know when a single act of kindness or word of kindness will change someone's day or someone's life for the better, or in ways that you may never know. So if in doubt, be nice to people. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And as always, just see you on the flip side. Bye bye.